Indy marks the halfway point in the season for the competitors in the Sunoco Race Fuel Shootout, and a good showing here can be a big step towards capturing the championship. Katie?
Frank, one team competing for that championship has a little edge on the rest of them. It's the Catch-22 Camaro, driven by Pat Moore. Actually, maybe it's a big edge because the owner of the Catch-22 Camaro stands 6 feet 8 inches tall, and he understands a lot about competing on a championship level. He's NBA star Larry Nance. When he's not out at the drag races helping his pro-modified race team on to victory, he can be found battling for points and rebounds wearing jersey number 22 for the NBA's Cleveland Cavaliers. Larry Nance is an all-star forward who's respected around the league for his hustle, his quick hands, and his accurate shooting. Larry's never too far from the basketball court, but in the off-season, when shooting hoops means dribbling around driver Pat Moore, Larry relies on drag racing to fuel his competitive spirit.
Well, I love drag racing. I've watched it for a while, and I want to have my own car so I can go out there and be competitive. It's a lot like basketball.
Is it? In what way?
Well, it's very competitive. If you're not at the top of your game, somebody really run right over you, as well as basketball and out here. So I like that. I like that because, you know, the more we work on the car, the more we're improving, and it gives me something to do during the summer to get away from basketball, so I'm having fun.
What are your responsibilities? I'm sure you have some background here. You know what to do.
Well, I actually just get in there. We're a good team. We really don't have a crew team. The only thing we do have is a driver. We got a good driver, but pretty much everybody just put in their, you know, efforts, and everybody just do everything they can, and I try to do everything.
Who are members of your crew? Are they friends? These are people that have done this before? Or are you just figuring it out as you go along?
Well, the most professional one out of us is Pat. He's the two-time world champion in 2 different classes, so he's the most professional one. And then it's Butch, and my friend Gary came this weekend, and we're all just real good friends. We get along real well, and we have a great weekend.
In drag racing, having a great weekend means teamwork and winning races, which falls on the shoulders of the driver. Well, here's Pat Moore, the driver of the car. And Pat, how did you get together with an NBA star like Larry Nance?
Well, I heard he was building a car for the pro-modified classes, which I wanted to drive for, and at the time, I wasn't driving a car, so I sent a letter to the Coliseum, and then he called me back, and we got together after a game. Wow. And things have been going good ever since. So
this was the first time you had met him? You hadn't known him previously?
I knew that he was involved in drag racing. He had another car, and I'd seen him at a local racetrack, and he'd also seen me run with my Top Sportsman car. So we kind of knew who each other was, but we'd never really met her.
Both of you based in Cleveland?
Yeah, Larry lives right just south of Cleveland. I live just southwest of Cleveland.
Do you think he is a knowledgeable and owner, and he knows his stuff?
Yeah, he does know what he's doing. He's not just an owner that just sits back and watches. He gets involved in the car, and he knows enough to help us tune the car and get it running good.
What about your background? You've been dragging for a long time?
Yeah, I have a bracket world championship and a Top Sportsman world championship and 2 national event wins. So hopefully, if we get to run this car enough, maybe next year we can go for a pro world championship.
With the competitive spirit that Larry Nance brings to his race team, you can expect to see him, Pat Moore, and the whole crew in the winner's circle.